giving me fucking issues. You know, sometimes, um, sometimes we encounter so many issues with things. You know what I mean? But what can you do? That's life. You know what I mean? We encounter issues here and there. Fuck it. Why stress about it? You know what I mean? Let's just do this shit. But here we go. With no further ado, here's the homie Zig Zag. Let's see if this shit works. Alright, cool. Got it. Turning out right. ¿Cómo estás, carnal? Joey Villarreal, ¿cómo estás, homie? Hey, Zig Zags, carnal, ¿cómo estás,
What's
homie?
up, brother? How you doing?
How's
Everything
everything
good with
you? Hey, man, everything is good. I was just stressing about this shit. I was thinking like Instagram's gonna sabotage this shit, but you know what I mean? We're here, homie.
Shit.
Gracias for giving me the time.
It's
carnal.
all good, brother. I think it was my end, bro. I think I had to update my shit.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah, Instagram be fucking buggy sometimes, homie.
It's all good, brother.
Know what I mean? Yeah. Órale, carnal. Hey, well, you know, like I said, gracias for giving me this time, and you know, shit. NB Ridaz, bro. Like, that's my shit, bro. You know what I mean? That's, like, cause I'm over here in Salinas, bro.
Oh,
I'm over
Salinas.
here in
I love
Salinas up
Salinas,
north,
bro.
and
Hell yeah. It's open there.
yeah, bro. And I remember back in the day, there used to be this one radio station that que tenía puro, hacían, tocaban puro Latino, like, you know, music, like hip hop and shit. Se llamaba En Fuego.
Yeah.
And that shit, you know what I mean? They used to be like, people would stop by, like, you know what I mean? Just different people within the, you know what I mean, industry and shit. And I'll be like, yo, into Salinas? Yo, what the fuck? Like, they were on and cracking with that music. Like, they were putting it out. Like, I would, that was my shit back then. You know what I mean? NB Ridaz was all
I
in
think
cracking.
during that moment and during that time, being Latino, we didn't have a lot of people representing us. And then during that time, we did, you know, like NB Ridaz, you know, Amanda Perez,
Oh yeah.
all these, you know, Baby Bash, all these people in that genre that were coming out at that time. It just made us feel proud, I think, you know.
It did, bro. It did. Now, talk to us about, like, I like listening to the, like, backstory of an artist. You know what I mean? Como, like, coming up as a youngster. How was it for you? How did you get into, you know, doing what you do best? You know what I mean? Into your career. How did you get into it, bro? Who introduced to you hip hop, or how were you introduced to hip hop?
That's a good question, brother. I got to be honest. It started out with my dad's record collection. You know, my dad's record collection was just amazing. He had everything from the funk to Santana to, like, I mean, I was listening to everything you could think of: Motown, Earth, Wind and Fire, James Brown. I mean, I was listening to a lot of different music. My dad wasn't really into Spanish music, so he didn't really listen to all that. But he listened to a lot of the stuff that was in at the time, the Rolling Stones. I mean, I can go down the list of the albums that I was listening to. And that was the first beginning of, okay, I like music. And then when I got into high school and I got into grade school, I was always in the choir. I played in the band. And that was just kind of like a experience just itself, because being young, being a Chicano, you know, all the homies were, you know, banging, all the homies were in the hood. I'm over here going to choir class, and they're talking shit like, what you going to choir class for? And I'll be like, man, you know, it's just something I like to do. I went through that obstacle, and then around my sophomore year, maybe my junior year, I was working at Foot Locker, and I was pop locking at the time. I was a choreographer. I used to teach dance in an actual studio.
Okay.
And this the owner, his name was Joe Trammell, real good dude. Shout out to him. He gave me the opportunity to say, hey man, I'm gonna be traveling, doing shows, because he was a comic, but he would add dance and all kinds of shit to his stuff. So he'd travel all over the world. I was 16 years old at the time, and I was traveling with him. So I was getting into places that, you know, like 21-year-olds supposed to be getting into at the time, you know, getting in the bars and clubs and dancing. And he was the one that was like, yo, man, this drum machine's going to be coming out. Get ready for it, bro. And I just remember him saying that. And I was just like, you know what, man, I'm going to save up for this shit. So I worked at Foot Locker for like 3 months, saved up all my money I could, and I bought the drum machine. And
Oh
yeah,
shit.
so I learned how to use that, and that's kind of like what taught me to sit down and start writing my own rhymes. You know, because I was influenced by them all. You know, I grew up listening to hip hop. I was there, you know, when Breaking and Beat Street were in the theaters. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
real essence
Okay.
of where it came from. And coming from that era, man, I just wanted to just be part of that. So when I seen Lighter Shade of Brown, Mellow Mayonnaise, Kid Frost, all the godfathers of Latin rap, I said that is my voice too. Then I can do this too. I don't have to be black too, you know?
Mm.
And that's kind of what started me out, brother. Honestly, was just always loving music. So I never stopped, even when they made fun of me. You know, I played in the marching band. I hated it. I had to go to the fucking uh, football games in the goddamn marching outfit. I hated that shit, bro. Oh man, but it was worth it. It got me to where I'm at now. You know.
Yeah. No doubt. No
So
doubt.
that goes
Bro,
out to
like
any
when
young Latino maybe wanting to do music and they're afraid because, you know, hey, I don't know what my friends are gonna say about it or whatever. Hey man, if that's what you like to do, just do it, man. Don't care about what nobody says.
yeah.
So
Oh nah, don't give a fuck about. I mean, if, you know, if people that you hang out with are really your friends, your homies, they're down for you, they wouldn't put you down like that. They would know that, you know, it's something good for you. If they're putting you down, that ain't no homie. You know
well,
what I
you know,
mean?
when I was young, I had it backwards, pimp. I was always wanting to impress the people that didn't like me instead of embracing the
Ah,
ones
okay.
who did like me. Because you know, when I was growing
Mm.
up, I was still a popular kid, but I just didn't know where I was popular at. And little did I know, me
Ah,
pursuing
okay.
and being in choir and band, and you know, I also played sports. I played soccer, I played baseball, I played, you know, and I was good at those things.
Okay.
So it kind of like I had people rooting for me, but I just wasn't checking for that. And sometimes that's our mistake. We're too busy trying to impress people that,
Mm.
you know, oh, I don't like that dude. Well, how come you don't like me? I'm gonna try to make you like me,
Mm.
and we're not investing in the
Okay.
ones that do care for us, you know?
Yeah, that's a good one right there, bro. That's a good advice that, you know, look at the ones that really do care, that the ones that really look out for you.
Yes.
Because we all have them, you know what I mean? We all have them and we all take for granted the ones that we do, you know, because I mean, I guess we go through phases as you know, being younger. We go through phases that we want to be the little rebel, we want to be you know, the little calm dude or whatever. We go through
Yeah.
phases. Like I went through phases. I went through phases where I wanted to just, you know, chill and just be around
Yeah.
people that are just chill. I went through phases where I wanted to be around people that are wild as
Yeah.
fuck. So I kind of blended in. I kind of blended in with them and started acting wild as fuck. You know what I mean? Being loud or whatever. And then, you know, but I guess it taught me to be able to you know, separate the ones who's who, find out really who's who around me, and have more awareness of the people around
Well,
me.
you
So it,
have
you
to go
know,
through those experiences in order to find yourself because what I did was I was able to take a piece of everybody that I was influenced by and take it and put it in a
mm,
positive mold. Even though my homies were gangsters, I would take the discipline that they would have within themselves and say, well, okay, maybe I'm not gonna be that way, but I'm gonna take a little piece of what they do and put it inside myself and stand up for
mm,
myself. I see these dudes, they're not afraid, so I'm not gonna be afraid. And I took that in
mm,
to life. You know what I'm saying? Not being afraid. Then I had
yeah,
friends that were like the type of people that would take their shirt off their back for you, and I learned to be humble
mm,
that way. Being part of a team, playing soccer, playing baseball, part of state champion teams,
mm-hmm.
taught me how to be a team player instead of always thinking of me and myself and because I'm a Leo and I'm supposed to be that guy that's supposed to be he's an asshole, he's cocky. I think I don't find myself that way. I feel like I just try to show love as much as I can, you know, especially being a young Chicano kid that grew up and made his dream come true. You know, why should I be a bitter or upset person? You know, I'm living
Mm,
life, you know, in a great time right now. I'm not really in 2020, but you get what I'm saying. I've had a great run through my
yeah,
life, you know.
no doubt. Yeah, I mean, shit, you know what I mean? But now I see that you're into, or at least you recognize the zodiac sign and astrology and shit like that. Are you into numerology by any chance?
Um,
All right. I mean, are you aware of numerology?
I am aware of it, but I think what I think for me, it's more of I'm faith driven. If I stay connected,
Mm.
to my spiritual side. I stay connected to that voice that's inside me that lets me know, hey, right or wrong. And at the same time, I let that guide me. I let my faith guide me instead of sitting there. But at the same time, I do think about things. I sit back and analyze. You have to analyze your moves. But when I strike hard, and I put everything behind it. If it's an album, if it's a song, if it's a verse, if it's a life choice, even I have to go 100 with it. I have to think about the repercussions. What's it gonna affect in my life? I have to think everything in a way where everything's just right.
That's that's what's up. A little shout out to the homie Little
Little
Puppet,
Puppet was
Bob
cracking.
Roberto.
A lot of people turning in,
What's
man.
up,
Baby
homie?
Ash, we got Ren 602.
Yeah,
Got my boy Poe.
that's what's
Yeah.
up. What's up? And también a shout out to the homie Marco from Carnalismo
Oh man,
clothing brand. The homie
Carnalismo
gets
closing,
down.
bro. I wore that shirt. Man, everybody went crazy for that shirt, bro. I wore it in a video shoot,
Oh yeah,
and everybody
the
loved
homie
it,
gets
bro. It was
down.
dope.
The, the Mexi twins are in the house. Pura Cultura podcast. También shout out to
Hell
them.
yeah.
Chubole homies. Now, when you mentioned that you got into, getting the drum
Yeah.
machine, what kept your drive to want to learn it? Because I mean, like I've bought in a bunch of equipment and shit, but some of it I just never like even had the passion to like, okay, maybe one day I'll learn that shit. Like, what passion? What was it that kept you want to like, what I mean, learn the equipment?
I think it was a bunch of different things. I'll give you the one best example. For me, it gave me discipline. Um, I was
Mm,
able to sit back, learn something, and I had to learn it from scratch because I wasn't really too good at reading the manual, and then you know and then learning from there. So I remember when I bought my drum machine, a friend of mine ended up purchasing one also, but he was good at
mm.
like technology. So he was doing some shit to the drum machine. I was like, how the hell did you do that? He's like, look, no, let me show you. And then I finally learned that I was hands on. So once you showed me, it was like, okay, boom. So then from there, I started learning patterns. I started learning beat patterns, beat cadences, and then I did that one from DJ Quick tonight. That
Ah,
that that
okay.
beat, and I made it almost sound like that in my drum machine, and I was like, oh shit, okay, cool, cool. Now I know what I'm doing. So from there, the excitement of learning something is what kept me interested in it to keep me right. Now, when
Mm,
I go into the discipline part, that was a lot of the me time of exploring who I was as a young kid because I've been doing music since I was a freshman in high school, Pimp. So I've already been in the game, of the industry for 23 years. The NB Ridaz Nasty Boy Click
dang.
has been around for 23 years. Um, Prior to that, I was doing everything you could think of, but when I was in my development stage, that's what I was doing. I was learning how to play my drum machine, learning how to write. But the reason why I said discipline was because there was one incident in my life. I remember I was working nights at the time. My homies came by and they were like, "Hey, homie, we're gonna go fuck with these bitches." Like, little homie just got a new car. They're talking about turning up. Let's go out. Let's go have fun. I'm like, man, I gotta work tonight, bro.
Hmm.
And they were like, "Nah, come on, just call in, bro. Whatever, whatever." And I was like, "Nah, I got a few songs I'm working on and whatever." And I remember before one of my friends left that night, he was like, what do you get out of this, bro? Like, what do it's not like you're ever gonna do anything with it. And I was like, well, you never know, bro. Like I might go somewhere with it. I don't know. I just know that I just like doing this, and I'd rather do this than hang out with you fuckers at tonight. You know what I'm saying? Not
Mm,
not in life, but just
yeah.
tonight. And that night, bro, they got shot up. One of my
Oh
homies got hit in
shit.
the head with a bullet. It was like the,
Damn.
the car wasn't a new car. It was like a little gremlin, but the little homie was all happy that he got a car. So they all packed in the car. And knowing my ass, I would have
Dang.
been sitting in the back seat where the homie got shot. So when that happened, it was like God telling me, look, just continue to keep going on the path I put you on. Not everybody's on this path, mijo. I'm sorry, but not everybody's on it. But you're on it. So stay on it. And that was the first sign of he didn't die. You know, he ended up getting the bullet lodged in his head, brother. But at the same time, to see that be there and to know that I could have been there that night, you know. So I gotta say, music saved my life in so many different ways, you know.
Oh yeah, that's how I feel too. That's how I feel
It
too.
saved me,
And you know when
it
you
saved
mentioned
me. It saved me through doing, I guess, the pendejadas, bro. To say,
oh yeah.
like, if I got in trouble, I'd be like, man, I ain't trying to get locked up because I ain't gonna be able to do this and do that. And then I started thinking different shit. Then I got into the drug stage, bro. You know, I was young. I was 19. I started doing acid. I started doing shrooms. I started doing, you know, I've done a lot of drugs in my life, bro. Not proud of it at all. Um, but I feel like music was what brought me back into saying, okay, hey, you're going a little too far left, dude. And when I knew I was fucking up, dog, and this is real shit, is when I was about to pawn my drum machine, bro. I was about to pawn it off, and I was kind of just like, it is what it is. And I'll be honest, you know, I was smoking rock, I was smoking crack, bro, at the time. I was fucked up with some people. I was just in a bad habit stage in my life, and I kind of got caught up. So I remember going to the Rock Man and trying to sell my drum machine, and the motherfucker wouldn't buy it, bro. He'd be like, nah. He's
Oh
like, nah,
shit.
dog, I can't do that to you. And I'm like, nah. It's like, just trust me, I'll get the money next week, bro. He's on, nah. He goes, once you fucking give this to me, bro, you're not gonna do what you told me you like to do, dog. Because he was a fan of my shit. That's the funny part. Like, this dude literally was the crack man, but he had my little
Wow.
karaoke tapes. And he bumped the shit out of him, bro, because I used to make my own beats, rap to him. And he'd be like, dog, why you fucking up doing this? I don't even want to sell to you no more, dog. You should be doing this shit.
Wow.
And I remember one night, dog, this is a real story right here, bro. One night he took me on a trip, dog. He's like, look, bro, I got some hydro. I got it from Northern Cali. I just came back visiting family. Take a ride with me all day, bro. Just chill. He goes, just hear me out. I said, all right, cool. So we drove everywhere, bro. I'm talking to the expensive houses where doctors and lawyers. He's selling crack, literally pulling that shit out of his ass, my nigga, putting it, breaking it down, selling it to these motherfuckers. I'm watching this shit like, this is amazing. Like, this is weird. But the whole time he's just getting me blowed out. He's like, you know, just telling me, yo, man, like, what you gonna do with your life, dog? Like, you know, and just talking to me, giving me game. And he's all, look, bro, look at all this shit I got. He goes, I ain't got nothing because I just sell this bullshit, bro. You can have this shit legit. This could be you for real. He goes, look, bro, I'm from, and this is what he's like. He's like kind of like Brooklyn dude because he's from New York. He's like, look, I'm from New York. He goes, motherfuckers like you, bro, they make it all the time because they put their beats down, they put their rhymes down. And look, you got it, kid. You got it. He kept telling me, and I was like, bro, what the fuck you talking about? Like, I just do it, you know? And so whatever. And that whole night, bro, he finally got me to the point where he dropped me off. And then that's when I fucking gave him the hey, dog, well, I got 20 on me. You know, you fucking spot me and you're gonna hook me up? Because I'm thinking the whole time I'm riding with him, he's going to hook me up at the end of the night. This is what my mentality was at that stupid time. And then he told me this. He says, look, bro, I ain't never going to fucking sell to you again. I'm going to make sure that all the homies know that they're not going to fucking sell to you again. You better get it somewhere else. Because this is the shit you're supposed to be doing, dude. Quit fucking up. And within that 3-week range, my whole life changed, bro. Like, for real. Like, changed in a dramatic from 0 to 100. And I'll tell you how it happened was at that time I was just going to bars. I wasn't going to clubs. I didn't even know what the fucking nightclub was. So I was like, yo, man, I like this atmosphere. This atmosphere is dope. My cousin was like, we're going to take you to a nightclub, dog. This is what you need to be doing. Okay, let's go. So I had shown him some new beats and some new rhymes. And then the homie was like, fuck, Primo, this is tight, dog. What the fuck you doing? Say, whatever. Fucking up. So then we go to this club. It's called Zazoo's. It used to be out here in Phoenix. one of the biggest nightclubs out here.
Okay.
And I ran into this girl, bro, like literally like some movie shit. We're coming up the stairs, I'm coming down the stairs, and she locks eyes with me. I lock eyes with her. I'm like, God damn, bitch. Like, she looks at me, she's like,
Mhm.
and I just
Yeah.
remember she was like one of the most prettiest girls in the whole club, dog. Like straight up, grabbed me by my hand and was like, "You coming with me? You're my boyfriend." So I'm like, whatever. So that whole night, she took me everywhere and was introducing me to everybody. And then I just remember she took me home that night, and it wasn't like no sex, no hooking up. It was just like this conversation, man, and it lasted till like 7 in the morning, where she was hearing me out, listening to who I was, my music, what I wanted in life. I never had told nobody anything like that. She was just like, no, this, that. I guess she kind of like fell in love with the person I was, and she took me out of that
Ah.
environment, bro. Literally, I moved in with that girl a week later and took myself away from all the bullshit, dog. Straight up, everything. There's
Mm.
no partying, no crack, no nothing except smoking weed. I'd smoke weed and chill at that. And then 2 months later, here I go and I meet fucking. I start working at a furniture place with my boy DJ Two Swift, and who happens to be MC Magic's DJ. And then he was like, "Yo, dog, I'm doing my mixtape. I heard, I know you still get down. Was
Mm.
cracking. We're gonna go to Magic's studio here in the afternoon after work. You down to go? Fuck yeah. The rest was history, homie. So it's kind of
What?
like
That's
I always
fucking
say that
dope.
hip hop
Wow.
saved my life, bro, because I really did pray one night to 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 let go of that addiction. I cried myself to sleep, homie, straight up. It's like, God, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm not supposed to do this. I know it's just awful. This is wrong. This is not right. And I just remember having sleep paralysis that morning, bro, and just praying to God and was like,
Wow.
please forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I've done. The talent, I'm wasting it. And then all of a sudden, boom, it just like my life changed within just by the power of prayer. Pimping was really what it came down to. Because after that, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, like I slipped up one time when we were like maybe like after I was famous, maybe 4 or 5 years in the line. I think I partied one night. I ended up doing some coke. Bro, the next morning all my shit in my computer fucking wiped out.
Oh,
Yes, all
dang.
my work. I had a brand new album. I was working on brand new beats. Everything got wiped out, bro, where I couldn't save it. And then I knew it. God was telling me, "Yo, bro, like
What?
you really, I gave you this, and this is, and this is what you know what I'm saying." Like, hey. So
Dang.
those are the moments
Hey,
that
bro.
defined to not give up in the sense. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The rest is weird. It's a red
Dang.
because once you get to fame or the other side where people see that, it becomes different, bro. It just becomes so weird, bro. It's almost how I don't because I don't want to ruin it for nobody that wants to be famous. You know what I'm saying? But I can just tell
Hmm.
you one thing. It's like Alice in Wonderland. You just don't know what the fuck is real and what isn't. You want to believe people really care and
Hmm.
love you, but then they're really setting you up for something else. I used to have a friend of mine. I'm not gonna say her name, but she used to ride with me everywhere, bro. One of my good peoples, and we did this show in L.A. and it was one of the biggest shows we've ever done. I think it was just last
Hmm.
year. Everybody, and we were the only Latin hip hop group there. Everybody else was like Spanish groups, like Tigre de Nortes. It was Black, it was
Hmm.
Chicano Batman.
Oh, okay.
All, I'm talking like a big old festival, but we were the only rap group. And I had seen her the night before the show, and I was like, "Yo, man, I'm gonna try to get you in. I hope I can." I didn't really know the politics of what was going on. It was my first festival like this.
Hmm.
I wasn't able to get her in, and she got really upset, bro, and just started spitting venom at me.
Oh, shit.
And not so much venom in a sense of like I hate you or you can't do this. It was more like making me feel, oh well, I guess I don't have the juice like I used to have anymore. And well, then she started getting suicidal on me, homie. like talking about she was gonna
Eh,
commit suicide, and I was just like, wow, why are you gonna do this now? Like at the time when I told you
hmm,
no, like so that right there made me really think of, dang, look, I let this person into my life like real personal, and then they turned around and
yeah,
used it on me to hurt me. So after that incident, brother, I just started to stay to myself and my family, you know.
yeah, bro. You know that's very inspiring. That story, bro. Like not only can it be a movie, like a full length movie, like a biopic, you know what I mean? In terms of, you know, the NB Ridaz story and then telling your side of the story, how you came to meet Magic and then telling Magic story and then how those, you know, and all that, you know, bro, that shit. Have you guys considered something like that?
You know, people always tell us that the story of the group is crazy. It is. I mean, everybody had their own bringing. You know,
Yeah.
those me and him have been friends since high school, so we've always been rapping together. A lot of people don't know that, but we've been in groups together
Mm,
before NB Riders and Nasty Boy clicked. Like we always clicked up. So I kind of say, you know, in a joking way, MC Magic joined our group. You know what I'm saying? Um,
okay.
but but then it became this though. The big homie had the connects in the sense of he already had an album out. He had his own studio at the time, so it was more like
Mm,
all of us gathering in one room and making the music, and then he would take that and then go make the move. You know what I'm saying? Go, you know, whatever it be, maybe like when we did Down for Yours with Robert Troutman, he was the one who went to the
mm-hmm.
station and got it to be played. So that's what kind of started the movement. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So, but the thing is you're gonna run into people in your career, brother, where they're gonna either help you and give you the information and guide you, or you're gonna run into the people that run circles around you and burn you and burn you and burn you until you learn.
Oh yeah.
And I've gone through those type of things in my life with people that said, "Hey, oh, I got your back, dog," or "Oh, you're my brother," or the labels, you know, "Oh, Zig, you're very important to us," and
Hmm.
it's all bullshit, man. When it comes down to it, you know.
I want to get into that, bro. I do want to get into that because I know there was a lot of shadiness going on, a lot of unfairness with, you know, the distribution of money when it came to a lot of deals that went down. And that's on the part of the record label, right? That they were not looking out for everyone.
Um,
They were looking out more for one party instead of all parties.
well, I'm glad you saw that because I guess a lot of the fans don't, they see the three of us on stage and they think, oh, you know, all these guys are best friends. These guys, you know, oh, they go out all the time, or they probably split the money this way, this, that way. Man, it was so weird how rate, um, pay rates were different at times. And to be honest, all I can say is because I don't want to really go into the shadiness because I like to keep things
Yeah,
in the sense where I like to keep the fans to know, hey, we're still cool. I'll just tell
yeah,
you this: if I would have understood the business in the beginning, like understood it completely, oh, you know the business, Zig. I don't think there would have ever been a zigzag because I
mm,
had to let that person run circles around me to learn for a little while. So I'll go ahead and lose. I'll have a losing season. Maybe I'll have 5 losing seasons. But I'm gonna
mm,
have my win. And when I get mine, I'm gonna get mine. So I sat back
mm-hmm,
and absorbed the game. So when everybody was like, hey Zig, shaking my hand, setting me up to stab me in my back, I already was prepared. I already had my shield on because I knew that's what they were doing. So I sat back and watched everything. So if I do tell this story, which I will. Trust me, bro. You're gonna have one of the exclusive when this comes out. It's gonna come out soon. Trust me. Everything that I, I want to say will come out. As at this moment, I can't
mm.
because just of legality reasons. I just don't want to fuck
Yeah,
nothing up. But I know one thing. Um, what I wanted from all this was to see us three brothers get along on stage and eat together. That was what Zig wanted. I can't talk for those, and I can't talk for the other. All I can say is that's what I wanted, and it came true. I had the reunion. The reunion came back. That was a moment in saying God answered my prayers and gave me what I really wanted. But does that mean that is that what I really needed? Do you see what I'm saying? So when I
Yeah.
sat back and watched things, 2020 really showed me, brother. I'm pretty sure it showed you who has your back and who don't, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
How many of your friends, like brothers, like call you brother every day, dog, call you brother, say, how many of them checked up on you? Real talk. Did a few of them, the real ones, check up on you?
I like to keep my circle really, really small, and those are the ones that really, followed up on. You know what I mean? What's up? How
Yeah,
you
yeah.
doing? And
You
how's the
need
family? All
anything?
that.
Yeah, right?
So,
Okay. All
mhm,
right.
mhm.
I had my own team, my own brothers, the people that were don't like I said, me and Dos, we're tight, bro. We're always gonna be tight because we have history. But the other person that I thought and has a little more would be like, hey, y'all need anything, dog? Y'all cool? You guys good? The whole year's flown by, pimp, and I haven't heard from that person at all. But one time,
Wow.
and the
Wow.
one time that I heard from him was in September, just to tell me that the rest of the shows were
Okay.
canceled, and pretty
Oh.
much nothing of, do you need anything? Is your family good? Are you good? I mean, is your rent
Wow.
paid, my nigga? Like, are you good? Like, are you good? Nothing, no, nothing like that. Just pretty much a conversation. And it was like, and that's when I knew, bro. I knew
Yeah.
who I am to people. So that's the only thing I can say is
Mm.
I have love for my brother, but that don't mean that my brother got love for me. You know what I mean? Or vice versa. It's
Yeah.
just I always wear my heart on my sleeve, doggy, and I think that was and
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you artists out there, real talk. I've I'm glad you let me have this platform to talk, doggy, because this is probably my fifth or sixth interview, dog, in my solo career. This is real shit. Like, you might think I have a lot
Mm.
of interviews. I don't, because I feel like I got overshadowed. I feel like people kind of see things as a one-sided game right now, so they don't really check for the other. Well, what are the other cats doing? What are these guys doing? And and
I mean, bro, truthfully, bro, to me, I've seen many faces of MC Magic, and not to talk behind people's back, because I hate when
yeah,
people
yeah,
do
of
that
course.
shit. But I'm just letting people know that there's two sides to people's, I mean, how people are. And the many times, I'm a hip hop artist too, and I've opened up for MC Magic, and there was many times that I've seen things like so something's not right with with Magic, with the way he does things with other, you know I mean, I don't, like I said, I don't
Yeah,
want
yeah, yeah,
anybody
exactly. You know what
saying
it is,
things like
brother?
that, but it's just like,
It's like this. Me and you, we catch vibes. That's what it is. It's a
mm-hmm,
vibe. When Zig walks into the room, trust me, you're gonna feel my vibe. You're gonna feel the warmth. You're gonna feel the love. You're gonna feel, hey, that dude right there he's a stand up dude. Because that's who I carry myself as.
mm-hmm,
I pride
mm-hmm,
myself in that. If you want to be somebody else, that's cool. Like, that's on you. But when people got that vibe, they don't, it's like
yeah,
you felt the vibe, homie. And there's not just you, there's other people who
mm-hmm,
catch that vibe, and they're like,
mm-hmm,
but that's how salesmen are, bro. When you're not buying anything, they're not looking at you, homie. They're just like, hey, what's up, dog, whatever. But as soon as they're trying to get you to
mm-hmm,
buy something, oh, hey, what's up, little mama, how you doing, little mama, da 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 da. Oh yeah, you're gonna turn it on,
yeah,
of course. Like, but see, I've never
yeah,
really been a salesman because I feel like I don't have to sell myself. I feel like
uh-huh,
I'll let who I am.
bro, dope sells itself,
Thank you, bro. I
homie.
appreciate that. And but like I said, man, I mean, we've had our ups and downs. We've had our good moments. I mean, especially when we did the reunions. I mean, it felt so good to be back on stage with my brothers on that platform and being appreciated. But then
Yeah.
behind the scenes, it feels like, like we were like sometimes we were just to help, and that's the part that hurts. I
Yeah.
mean, different dressing rooms and shit like that. Um, I mean, like I said, I can keep going.
Uh,
I can keep going on some shit that's just so
yeah.
weird to me that I just don't understand. And when I explain the story on this next interview, when I do for you, bro, because it'll probably be me and those, um, we're just gonna put you in our shoes of what happened. It's not gonna be. We're not trying to paint any
Wow.
pictures of who's bad, who was wrong, who wasn't. It's just we're gonna put you.
Yeah.
What would you have done? What would you have done?
Yeah.
Because to me, it's like I'm not trying to take fans away from him. I'm not trying to take fans away from anybody because that only hurts us.
Just tell
Yeah,
facts.
it
Facts.
only
Yeah.
hurts us because if
Yeah.
if I sit here and I talk about a man, it kind of just devalues my brand in the sense of
Mhm.
even if I'm speaking facts, bro, I could tell you straight up, 100. This is 100% fact, but it still makes me look like, oh, that dude's hating a
Mm.
little bit, or you just get over it, dog.
Mm.
So what I've learned how to do is just get over it. I've learned how to just move forward and just keep writing to the fans. I see, because the fans are the most important. Because without them, I won't
Mhm.
survive.
Oh
So
yeah.
between 2006 and 2017, I went on a solo mission that just was um, I guess you could just call it just grind mode, dog. I was sleeping in studios, doing
Mm.
features. I mean, dog, I got features for days. I mean, if you look me up, Zig Zag on YouTube, Zig Zag of NB Ridaz on YouTube, I promise you, you could if something was to happen to me today, you could probably play a new song for 3 years every day. One song at least every day, brand new
Mm.
for 3 years. That's how I know how many
Wow.
features I've done in my life. I've done a lot. And the reason why I do them,
You still doing
oh,
features,
I do
bro?
them all the time, bro. I do features. I do
So for
beats.
people that want to reach you out,
Yeah, hit me up, man.
for people that want to reach out to you, just hit you up on the
Yeah, hit me up
Instagram.
on the Instagram, Facebook. I go under Ricardo Martinez on Facebook. Had to put my legal name, but shit, man. Even then, it's still, it's all 100.
That's
It's
what's
all
up.
me, bro. One thing is I like to share my platform with people, bro. You know why? Because I want people to feel what I feel, dog. Like if I bring somebody on stage with me and they're getting to perform in front of 10,000 people, I want them to feel that. I'm not sitting. I'm not
Mm.
trying to hold that and keep that for myself. Like that's just not me, bro. So that's why I've done features for so many people. I remember the same people we're talking about would tell me all the time, Z, you're just hoeing it. You're just being a hoe now. You're doing verses for this much now, and Z, oh, anybody can see you now. Anybody can meet you now. Anybody can do this. They said that I spread myself too much to the hood and was making myself too um I guess too seen. Like, there's nothing special about
Mm.
meeting Zig no more because I see that motherfucker all the time. And it's kind of like they were saying that I was devaluing myself. But all I ever seen that do was make more love for me and make more work. Because every time I did a show and somebody would get off stage and tell me, "Hey, dog, I love the way you are. I love what you represent. I love how you are to your fans. I want to hire you for my girl's quinceañera. I want to put my down payment right now."
Mm.
All right, cool. Bang, here it is. Doom, doom, down. I've had so many opportunities by being humble rather than being the diva or a Holly weirdo. Okay? So
Yeah.
that's my advice to a lot of your artists is don't don't think you're better and bigger than anybody because
Mm.
shit. One bad month, 2 bad months for me, dog. You know what I mean? I mean, if
Yeah.
you got a 9 to 5 and you go to work 2 months, you're gonna get paid. Your
Mhm.
your your bills are gonna get paid. Your things are gonna do things. For me,
Yeah.
shit, bro. I've been unemployed for a year, and I've been still able to survive by what? Doing features,
Ah,
beats,
that's what's
mixing
up.
and mastering for people. people hiring me for next year.
That's what's up.
So I'm sorry I
That's
talked so much, bro.
dope. No, bro. I mean, shit. I love it, bro. You have, you know what I mean? Just your background is so interesting, bro, and it's like it's inspiring. A lot of people are listening, you know, and I hope more people listen to just these stories you're telling, bro, because a lot of people have gone through similar things, and just that they're coming out of, you know, addiction, bro. You didn't even have to go to no counseling, none of that. It was just, you know, the power of prayer, bro. Like, shit, you know,
And I was a year
a lot
deep,
of
dog.
artists
I'm
don't
not even
talk
gonna
about
lie.
things like
I
that.
was a year deep in it, bro, to do where I got to the point I was doing it every day.
Mm,
And I got to the point where I started pawning shit, bro. I was pawning jewelry. I was stealing shit. I was going to the stores with these homies. They were boosting shit. It was just getting bad, homie. And until the day I really realized that I was in the wrong circle was just, um, it was about maybe 10:30 at night. We were in like an empty lot. It was me and five other motherfuckers just plotting on, plotting on what's gonna go on, what's happening, where we gonna get the next lick. And then one of the homies,
hmm,
one of the big homies, his name was Cholito, and he was just out of prison, just did a 15-year. So this fucker was a monster. He was not. No, I didn't even like his presence. You could just, you know what I'm saying? Vibe, catch the vibe. This dude was,
you
yeah,
can
he was
tell.
evil,
You can
dog.
tell.
He was
Yeah.
cutthroat. And then the first thing he brought up was bodying a motherfucker. Let's just go get him. And I was like,
Shit.
I'm in the wrong circle. So I just remember that night was just a weird night. I was just watching my back and just like, whoa, man, like this dude's gonna kill me. Like I don't want to be around this dude. So I had a lot of experiences in that time that were spiritual, that were kind of like warning me,
Uh,
like, hey, you stick in this realm right here, pimp, you're not getting out. And if
yeah, that's
but then
true.
I do believe God had a purpose for me.
Mm,
So that's why I believe I was never addicted into the point where you can't get out of this, bro. Like I think I had that
mm,
power in my head, in my heart and my faith, just to know, like, you know what, I'm good. But it took a person to come into my life at that time,
mm.
and I stayed with that girl for like what, a year and a half, and she never knew, bro. She never knew that she saved my life. Like, took me out of that life, bro. I didn't tell her. I didn't tell her.
Yeah.
Like, I was a crackhead. You know what I mean? And I just remember that was the first person who had ever in my life, like as a girlfriend, was like, hey, oh, you know what, man, babe, oh, that beat's tight, or do that rhyme again, babe.
Mm,
And I'd be like, for real? She'd be like, yeah, because I had songs written all ready to go. I just never had a studio. That was the thing.
yeah.
So I remember telling this story as an interview to somebody else a while back, and maybe 3 days later, I seen that girl at an airport, and I was like, "Yo,
Oh
I
shit.
just want to tell you, thank you. You don't even know." And she's like, "What do you mean?" And I just told her, I just went off on it, and she was like, "Oh my," she cried.
Oh
She was
dang.
at the airport tripping. She was like, and I was like, "Look, it would never be me if it wasn't for you, in a sense."
Shit, that made it her day,
Yeah, bro.
huh?
It was
Shit.
dope, man. It was a good time.
Yes, what's up, man? Yo, when you mentioned that everyone has a path, it's just not everyone, you know, decides to stick with it, bro. That's very true because there was many times that literally my homies, like, you know, quote unquote fucking
Yeah.
homies, would tell me, "Hey, let's go ride." Like, you know what that means? Let's go
Mm-hmm.
ride. You know what I mean? Uh, and I would be like, I'm gonna stay and fuck with my music. I'm gonna stay and record because I had a little
See?
studio, you know what I mean, my pad. So I'm gonna stay and do
Yep.
this, you know, or I got this to do, you know what I mean? But bro, a lot of them got fucking life, fucking 6 feet
Yep.
under, you know what I mean? It's just,
I think out of all
I'm
my
like,
homies,
damn.
out of 15 of us, two of them made it, and I was one of them. You know what I'm saying? And the rest are all in different places. One's,
It's
yeah,
crazy.
one literally got stabbed up by the homies and to where his head almost came off, bro. They killed him.
Oh shit.
Um, and these were cats that I broke bread with, sat and had times with, and it just, that was the hardest part, was understanding, like not everybody has the same path as you, and that's the part that makes it sad and that makes it hard, is when you want to bring everybody with you and you can't. So for me,
Mm.
I feel like I represent my little city, all the homies that didn't get to make it, all the homies that are locked up, all the homies that are 6 feet under. I feel like I carry them on my shoulders, and I'm gonna be you. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take that and represent you, homie. So when I'm up there, that means that you're up there, because I walk the same
Mm.
streets. I had the same obstacles, homie. I had everything the same way. We all start at the same finish line, pimp. Real talk. We all start at the same starting line, I
Yeah.
mean, but we all don't finish it. We don't all finish the same.
Yeah.
And wasted talent is the one thing that I think God just frowns upon, homie. And that's the one thing I just didn't want to
Right.
do, is
Yeah.
just waste this talent that I felt that I had. I didn't ever know it was gonna get this big though, pimp. I'll be honest. It's just like a shot in the dark. I wrote something in a notebook and delivered it on the beat, that somebody had, and they said, "Oh, this is the concept." All right, well, this is what I went through. Pretty girl, runaway,
Mm.
so fly. All the songs have a real meaning behind them all, and that's just what we didn't know, that the fans would take it that far. Like I didn't know we were gonna be
Yeah.
called legends at the end of the day. Like wow, that's a blessing to even be mentioned in that sense. In that sense.
Believe me, bro. You guys are.
It's crazy,
You
bro.
guys are legends,
It's
bro.
crazy.
You know what I mean? I mean, do you ever vibe to your own music, homie? I mean, like I make music that I like. You know what I mean? Like if people don't like it, I really don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Um,
Legitly. You
you,
know what I mean? Like do you like listen to your own music?
you know what's funny, bro? I enjoy it sometimes, but the times I don't enjoy it is when people put me on front street with it. Like man, there's times where I just want to be me and just chill, and I don't want nobody to know who I am. Um, and my homies will be like, "Hey, you know that song?" And they'll be like, "What song you talking about?" And they'll play it, and shit, and they'll be like, "Something about you." That's him right there. That's him. That's the homie right here. That's him.
That's it right there.
And I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you motherfucker."
Shit.
That's the time I think I still get a little embarrassed, pimp, in a sense, because it's like, because I know what you're using it for. You're using it to embarrass me in a sense, but it's cool. I mean, at least it's cool music. It ain't something like it was corny, but yeah, I vibe up.
Do your homies ever get women like that? Do your homies ever pick up on chicks like
Oh,
that, on
oh my
women
God,
like
all the
hey, yo,
time,
my
bro.
my homie is this and that shit.
Dog, I
Dang.
get I get compliments to this day. Hey, dog, just knowing you, homie, just that I got to know you, dog. That you called me that one time, I got some because of you. I was like, wow, thank you.
You call me that one time, bro.
Serio, bro,
Oh
serio.
shit.
I just find it funny
Uh,
because I like I'm a Leo, bro. I'm supposed to like the attention, and I don't. I don't. I guess like it's overwhelming sometimes. Like when it first started out, holy crap, dog! It was like some boy band shit at first. It was weird. It was fucking weird. And then as we got older and older, mothers, they were like, okay, oh, now they're
yeah,
old and now they're. But then got into that legend stage, and they were like, oh, those are the OGs now. They're oh okay. And I like that. I like that part. I like
yeah,
that realm. I like to be able to chill, and people don't expect too much of me anymore. They're just like, oh, that's Zig, bro. He's been in the game forever. He's good, you know.
yeah. That's what's up, man. Now the spiritual side, bro. Like the times that I've tried hallucinogenics, you know what I mean? Like fucking shrooms and shit like that, bro. I think it opened me in a way that you can't you can't close
No,
that door back up,
no,
homie.
no,
You know what I mean? And it's like it made me more spiritual, bro. Not in the sense of
no.
religion, but in the sense of like just the
Yes,
world, embracing the earth, embracing the
yes.
world, bro.
Knowing
As
that there's
you know
another
what I mean?
realm, and then that's just right what we see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. That opened me.
How was your experience, bro? How was your experience, and how did you come out of those experiences to the person you are today?
Um. Well, I'll tell you like this. It first started out when I was 18 because I didn't smoke weed early in my life. I started kind of late. I was always playing, I was playing soccer for a lot of years, bro. I almost went semi-pro, but I got shot at a party. Um, maybe like in the summertime, I got shot like kind of in the thigh area, and after that, bro,
Mm.
it just went through my muscle, went in and out, and I couldn't really run as much as I
Oh shit.
wanted to. So after that, I was kind of like, I put that up, and then that's when I started hanging around the fucking dumbasses from the hood, and that's the experiences, brother. Was like I started smoking weed, and then it went to alcohol, and then it went into coke, and then it went into okay, let me try acid, let me try shrooms. Shit, I'm gonna smoke heroin with weed in it. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like it just experimentals. And to be honest, the acid trips were the ones that always got me like weirded out, like weird. Like I felt like okay, this is a weird realm that I'm in. But I would see shit and I would see people for who they really were.
Mm.
And then I couldn't accept it because I'm thinking, oh, these people I see every day. But that person right there is evil. And I didn't understand why because I was seeing it, but
Huh.
I couldn't explain it. So
Uh-huh.
I think that spiritual realm was telling me and warning me, hey, this is the real fucking person behind the series. They're trying to just be nice to you,
Oh
but
shit.
they're not really good for you. Then I did shrooms, and there was only one time that I did it, and oh my god, bro, I had the funniest time in the beginning, but I shared the experience with somebody, and their trip ended up blending off onto mine, and they had a bad trip. So I'm sitting there trying to save this person from their near death experience. So fucking
Yeah.
to be honest, brother, I don't think that's what got me uh, where I'm at. I think those are what made me ashamed of it opened my head up. Don't get me wrong; it opened up my spiritual realm. But I think what really humbled me and made me what it is family, brother. Is my mom,
Hmm.
my dad, my grandparents, my kids, my lady. Everything just kept me grounded, and they were never yes men at all. Never like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
No, they would tell me when I was wrong, bro. That's what kept me humble, brother. That's what kept me where I am now. But the experimental
Mm-hmm.
stage in my life, I'm glad I did it early, brother. Because
Mm-hmm.
who knows? What if I would have started doing it now? Like, oh, Zig, let's do acid now. Okay, fuck it.
Fuck no. Yeah. As adult, it's a different
Yeah.
trip, bro. Nah. There's too many
Oh
responsibilities
yeah,
now
bro.
to be able to be on that shit right now. Nah. Would have. Fuck
Mhm.
no. Now, bro, tell us the first time you went on stage, like in front of like a huge fucking crowd. How was that for you, bro? How was that experience?
Ah, man, it's overwhelming, but it's like uh, I felt like I belonged there though. That was the thing. I felt like
Mm.
this is what you've been wanting. You've been doing it all your life. You've been singing in the choir. You've been playing in a band. You've been doing talent shows. You've been singing solos. When people would sit there and make fun of you, call you Frank Sinatra at the talent show, they'd be like, "Hey, Frank Sinatra!" While I'm singing and shit, and it just, it was a real big, "I'm here. You can't take this away from me." Feeling like
Okay.
it it's an amazing feeling, bro. Especially when people want you there on stage and they
Mm.
want to hear your song. They want to hear that shit. They're going crazy. Woo. It's crazy, bro. So it's unexplainable. That's all I could say. It just
Yeah.
it feels like you're dancing for God, brother. I did.
Uh,
I didn't feel like I was dancing for anything evil. I don't at all. I know that. I just felt like I was innocent, bro. Like this is where you belong, buddy.
yeah, that's what's up, bro. Like, I think I think that experience of being on stage, bro, I think is better than any drug,
It
bro.
is.
It's a high like no
Oh
other.
yeah, man. And then when they know your music, like I remember just it was called Tropicana. That's what it was the Tropicalia. That's what the festival was called. Tropicalia. And it was like
Okay.
I think it was the third annual or maybe second annual. Well, this is the one where it had, like I told you, like Tigre del Norte, everybody.
Okay.
And on the stage setup was dope. They would have the band all set up, right? And then the next band that would play would be behind stage setting up on the same stage, but it would turn around in a circle. So as soon as that other band was finished, bam, boom, there's the other band
Oh
getting down.
shit.
So we didn't have equipment. All we had was Magic's talk box, me and Dos, and us three, and we all stood there just like boom, paused when they turned it around, and
Mm.
the lights, and everybody's just going crazy, dog. 50,000 people. There were 75,000 people in attendance
Ooh.
because there was 3 stages, and we
Dang.
had 50,000 people watching us, bro. And when we turned around and we seen the crowd, it was like, for me, it was almost like the stamp of something could happen to you today, dog. And now you're good. You're good, homie. You've seen it. You've seen what your fruit is, your fruit of your labor.
Mm.
Even though people try to steal it, take it away, or blind me, or whatever you want to call it, they don't want me to see that I made all that. They want to just make me feel like I was the help or a backup dancer or whatever. But when I saw that, it was like even you couldn't fucking keep that shit from me, homie. God had to show. God said, "Nope, I gotta let my boy see what he really did," and that made me feel
Mm.
important again, dog. It made me feel like,
Yeah.
because I'll be honest, dog. Like being Zig is weird, bro. Because like I come from this group that's so popular, but yet I struggle so hard being an independent artist. Like I put music out, I put albums out, I put all kinds of different things out, and it just feels like it only keeps hitting a glass ceiling. Doesn't go any further, it doesn't go any, and it got frustrating, bro. And then I would sit back and I would listen to Art LeBeau. I would listen to
Mm.
all these stations in Cali, and then they would be bumping our music, NB Ridaz, they'd be bumping, Pretty Girl, Soulfly, or Runaway, Forever, whatever it be. And then at the end of the fucking thing, and that is MC Magic with Pretty Girl, and that's MC Magic with Runaway, and that. I started,
That's
and I started
true.
saying,
That's true.
"Are you erasing me? Are you erasing who I am, bro?" Like, uh, I don't. I started getting confused. So that feeling started hitting me, bro. Like, damn, like I'm becoming a ghost. I feel like I'm just disappearing. But
Yeah.
like I said, brother, maybe that's not where God wants me. Maybe God wants me in a different audience. Maybe He wants me to get a different audience.
Mm.
Maybe He doesn't want me to have that audience. I don't. I'll be honest, bro, and this is just being honest. It's not making fun of nobody, not saying anything bad, but I don't want 12-year-old and under kids watching me. I don't want them at my concerts like that. I don't
Yeah.
want. That's not me, bro. That's not me. I'm not.
Yeah.
I think for me, I want the audience I have that who really does go. I see my audience. I see the moms, the daughters, and the daughters' kids. Those are the audience. It's a generations of generations, not just one little young generation. Where I'm the
Joey. Yeah. Nah, it's a coworker, Joey. He's on the line, but yeah, like he says, he's on, middle school. They're like, bro,
That's
like
dope. We
that's
make
what I'm
people
talking
feel
about,
that,
bro.
you know
Like,
what our music is, brother. It's a time machine. It makes you go back in time, right? It makes you feel like, oh, dog, when I hear "So
mm-hmm.
Fly," oh, dog, I remember when I was in grade school dancing to this with this girl, homie. Or I remember people would come and tell me, "Oh, dog, your song helped me get all kinds of pussy, bro." And how many babies you make? You better remember me at tax time,
Yeah.
puto.
So that, hey, so would that be a threesome then? If he had you in
I,
mind?
I, I'll be like, I was, hey, dude, if no, no, if I was there to watch everybody who ever smashed to my fucking music,
Pinche orgy, bro.
oh, my eyes would be burning, bro.
Ay,
They wouldn't
man.
even have no more eyes. Sorry, fucking walking around like
Shit.
Stevie Wonder.
Hey, bro, like at this point, bro, how do you feel like? Because like I'm putting myself in trying to put myself in your
Okay.
shoes, and how would I feel if what I mean, I'm recognized for something that's not fully my own. You know what I mean? So basically, when they say Zig Zag from
Yeah.
NB Riders, it's like not just you. How do you feel about that, bro? I know you go through that in your mind, bro. You know what I mean? Because I mean, shit. Like I said, putting myself in your shoes, I will go through that in my head.
Um, I love my team, bro. I love my team. I love my brand. I love the unit. I love who we were. I love what we represented to the people. I think that's why I always put the tag of, because it's like it's like I don't feel like I'm a star of the team. Like I'm not. I'm just part of the team, and that's what I wanted to show, my
Mm,
allegiance, my loyalty to who I really am. So it's kind of humbling by
yeah.
saying I'm Zig Zag, but I'm of NB Riders, paying homage
Mm-hmm.
instead of saying,
Oh,
you get
okay.
what I'm saying? It's like representing my team.
Yeah.
I'm raising the flag for it. I never wanted to be a solo artist. I have the capability of
Okay.
doing it. I have the talent to do it. I've done 7 solo albums in my career already, working on my last eighth one. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but for me, it's more than that. I think it's more of, don't forget what we like. It's just like representing the team, bro. It's like wearing my team jersey. That's really
Yeah.
what it is. So when it's not mine, I
Mm.
don't mind sharing it. I don't want it all to be mine.
All right.
I don't think it even. I mean, even if I wanted it to be all mine, I don't think I'd want it that way, because it wasn't that. I think I want everybody to get what they deserve, not what they feel they deserve.
Mm.
There's a difference, especially if the
All
body of
right.
work hasn't even been made yet. How are you going to want
Yeah.
50% and give your other partners 25 each when you haven't even done the work yet? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's that it shouldn't be broke down, especially after 10 years of work, bro. Like, you shouldn't. We've
Yeah.
been working together for 10 years. I'm thinking that we're all equal. Little that I know, we
Mm.
weren't. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah, some of the homies that I've like met throughout the years, or just from networking and stuff like that, just homies from like different, even different states, different cities and stuff. I always ask them, people that are in groups, like, how do you guys come to a decision for? I mean, sometimes there's like three, four, five, even members in the group. Is like when it comes to getting paid, and when it comes to dealing with things like that, how do you guys do that? Like, I mean, you guys, like NB writers, would you guys sit down, all three of you guys, and do business that way, or was it all dealt with an outside agency?
Um, it was. I mean, it was dealt with within inside of us, but it was just always controlled of what, I guess, people's positions were, and how, I guess, they felt maybe they needed more. I'm not sure. For what they told me, it was because of management. Oh, you're managing and you're part of the group. I don't understand how that worked. It's illegal. You can't do that. But okay. Um,
Huh?
so I just had to learn. I had to learn, brother. I went. I mean, when you're making $600 to $900 a show at that time, you don't really look at it at that time. You're not really looking. You're just like,
Yeah.
oh shit, okay, another cool. I'm getting paid, making a little money. But then when you start really seeing things, and you start seeing things, and then one day when the road manager accidentally leaves the notebook open and you see the numbers, then you're
Hmm.
like, whoa, wait a minute here. And then you question, and as soon as you question, it's just like you become the enemy, homie.
Hmm.
You become, oh, you're just bitter, or I've heard in an interview one time that we were ungrateful. I just never understood that. I never understood how I was ungrateful for asking for what's mine. Like, I never asked for more. I just want what's mine. Like, that's it. Get my piece of the pie. I'll eat it. I'm good. I'm good with my piece. I don't need yours. I don't need a piece of yours. I don't even want a ton of yours.
Hmm.
I don't need nothing out of the other homies. I don't need nothing out of anybody. I just wanted what was fairly portioned to me. But that's the bad part, was I think that's when the label should have stepped in and control that situation. But they left it up uh, to us to do it in house. And
Hmm.
you ever had that? Like, the best example I can give to somebody is, you ever had a girlfriend that always threatens to leave you? Every fucking thing you do, she's gonna leave you. She has one foot out the door. That's what we had. We had that girl
Hmm.
that was always ready to leave. I'm gonna go. I'm gone.
Hmm.
Finally, when the girl said, "I'm ready to leave," I said, "Bitch, leave. Get out of here. Don't come back."
Hmm.
That's the only way I can put it as an example for people to understand was you were already ready and out the door already, homie. Like you were ready to. You didn't want to be part of this group. You didn't want to be part of nothing, dog. You wanted everything to be. That's cool.
Mm.
I'm not mad at you for that because if that's what you want, go get it. But just let us be who we're gonna be because that's who we are, and that's it. That's all. Don't let us
Yeah.
all eat. Let us all go and do what we want. It's no competition. I'm not competing against
Yeah.
anybody. I don't look at myself like that. I'm not trying to do all that. Like I said, I'm
Oh
not here
yeah.
to talk about the bad part of the business. I just want people to understand that it's not always bread
How it
and butter,
works.
man.
Yeah.
When you're dealing
Yeah.
with a group, you got people who think a certain way, and he probably has valid points to some of the things he deserves. And I won't take that away from nobody because I had to learn things on my own to see
Mm.
and appreciate what this person did also. Like I see why you made more. But when I wanted to make more, you told me how to make more. And when I asked to make more, that's when you get mad at me? I don't understand that. You're the one who told me how to get more. But when I asked for more,
Mm.
you're done. Oh, I don't want I'm done. I'm out of here. Do you see what I'm saying? It just confused me. I didn't understand
Yeah.
what are you doing to me? Are you helping me? Are you hurting me? Were you ever my friend? Were you not my friend? And when it really all breaks down, doggy, I don't even want to break the fans' hearts, but I guess it was just all business, pimp. When it comes down to it, and it's cool. I'll do that. I'm all about the fans, homie. I'm about
That's what's
performing,
up.
making the fans feel good. I don't have no animosity at anybody. I don't hate nobody at all, dog. If anything, I can't control what you do to me, but I know I don't do the shit to you that you do to me. You know what I mean?
Um.
So, but
Yeah.
honestly,
I
brother,
mean, in reality, in the fans' perspective, bro, I would love to see more NB
yeah,
Riders as a
oh yeah,
group, music, and you know what I mean, and just live performances, and it's just like put it like this: what other groups like that have that sound to them? Like let's say for example, Bone
oh
Thugs and
wow,
Harmony.
yeah.
Would you know what I mean? Would you prefer to see them solo or as a group?
Um, I would love to see them working as a group when they all move as a unit. If you have divas and they're
There we
all
go.
pulling and they're
That's the
all
key.
pulling a different direction, then
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see that because that means you're not
Exactly.
being 100 with the group. But if we're all on the same
Mm-hmm.
page, all have the same understanding, all have the same goal, hell yeah, I love to see that. Um, if anything,
Yeah.
that's all I ever wanted, brother. I didn't ever plan on going solo. Yes, I wanted a solo album, but my thing was every time I was working on one, um, the group would be like, "Yo, dog, we're working on another one. You ready?" I've been ready, homie. What's cracking? Boom, there it is. Here's got my verses ready. Let's go. I would take what I was going to work with my solo
Mm.
shit, and I would put it into what we were working on. And a lot of the times, I stayed ready. But um,
Mm.
to tell you the truth, brother, when you say the sound. Now, this is perfect right now, a setup for what I'm about to do now in the future. Um, I got a brand new label. It's more like a movement. It's called Familia
Mm.
Entertainment. Partner
Okay.
of mine, his name is Droopy Ortiz. Shout out to my boy Droop. Me and him, we came together and we want to give a platform for artist development. So we kind of want to
Ooh.
give artists a chance to say, hey, you know what, man, I got a little fan base, homie, but I don't really have anybody who's backing me up. I don't have production. I don't have, this or that. That's when I try to take somebody underneath my wing and say, look, man, I'll help you. Um, the reason why I called it Familia Entertainment,
Mm-hmm.
or why we called it, I'm sorry, I don't like to say we called it, was because we want to be as tight as a family, as brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And when you really think about familia as being raza, what do you think of? You think of Christmas, Thanksgiving, dinners. Yeah,
Carnalismo.
everything you could think of, and everybody's
Yeah,
bringing a plate to the cena. Get what I'm saying? I'm
that's what's
bringing a
up.
big plate. My homie Droopy's bringing a big plate. The next artist gonna bring a big plate. The next one, plate. Now we're full. Look at this table we have. So beautiful. It's spread,
Mm,
and that's what I look at as a business. Is if you come to the table with what you have, and it's a whole different pot than what I'm making, then let's do it. So I've taken the NB Riders code of ethics is, respect, have respect for the women, make sure that it's, for the community, raza, anything that makes you feel good. And I said, okay, whatever Zig ever put into this group, now I got to make it bigger. So doing Familia
mm,
Entertainment, what we did was we kind of reinvented the sound. I took a piece of what NB Riders did, and then me and my partner did the production. My boy Droopy did the mixing and production, and here it comes. Boom, we mashed it together, and now it sounds like a
mm.
like an NB Riders with a little street twist to it. Cause I'm really street orientated, bro. I'm
Ooh,
in the streets all the time,
yeah.
and it's just got that little twist of street, kind of like Soulfly. You know when you hear Soulfly,
Uh-huh.
that was the Zig Zag influence of the group. Because I used to always tell Magic, look, dude, tired of doing these slow songs, dog. Let's do something for the club. I'm always in the club. Everybody asking when they gonna hear something for us, for us, for us. Come on, come on. Finally, we got one, bro. And I was like, yeah, that's the Zig. That's Zig right there. That's why I came on first on that. If you think you're lonely now, sweet until
Mm-hmm.
tonight, girl. I know I've been on the
Mm,
road and away from. I I love that. I was like, that's me, dog. I'm gonna eat that, and I did, bro. I ate that bitch up, and that was like that's the feeling that you're gonna get when you listen to this compilation. As a matter of fact, it's gonna be out this
mm,
week. Familia compilation. We got USBs. I got digital downloads. I got physical copies. Um, but this is the thing we're gonna do, and I encourage all you artists to start doing this. Um, take away the Spotify shit, bro. Take away the title. Take all that shit. Just use YouTube. Put your videos. You invest in videos and things like that. Sell the shit yourself. If you want my album, hit me. I got you. I'm gonna send it. If you okay, I send it to you in any different form you want. I don't want to get out of the car. I don't. I'm just gonna order it. Zig, here's your Cash App. Boom, boom. I digitally send it right to your email. Boom. You got my whole album. You got my cover. You got my track listing. You got a picture of me, and you got two free albums, not just my.
mm-hmm.
And then you got my physical album. You see me at a show. You see me on the street. Hey Zig, I need that CD. Boom, here it is. Sign that. Oh Zig, I don't mess with CDs no more. Oh, here's my USB. So
Mm,
I want the fans to come to us in the sense of I want to buy it directly from the artist. I don't want to have a middleman anymore. And I believe that even with having 1,000 fans or 2,000 fans that buy merchandise, I'm able to survive rather than trying to sell and stretch myself for millions and millions of streams and never get paid. So I'm trying to go
mm,
back to the old way of artistry, hand to hand, straight from the artist. So once you get the music, it comes straight from us. Then let's just say you get it from us email. Now I got your email. Now you're on our mailing list. Anything that comes out, Familia Entertainment, boom. I mean, we're working on movies. We're working on movie scripts right now. We're working on like a romantic love comedy. We're gonna try to do something where
okay.
a funny story between a couple and then use NB Riders music in the actual movie.
Oh shit.
We're actually working on clothing lines. I got my son's clothing line, Little Kings. His name is Roman Ray. So I
Oh
mean, there's
shit.
so many things that are being layered, ready to present,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to do it step by step. So that's pretty much what I've been working on all these years, brother.
That's dope.
Um, and it's really just
So for
yeah.
that, yeah,
No,
go
I was
ahead.
just saying that's just what I'm trying to bring to the community, something empowering, saying,
Mm-hmm.
this is This is for the raza, like my boy Frost always says. You know,
Yeah.
this is for y'all, man. This is for the next little young
Hmm.
brown kid to say, hey,
There we go.
that's who I want to see. I want to see people who look like me. I feel like a lot of the Latin kids are influenced with a lot of urban artists, and these urban artists
Uh-huh.
just aren't what we are, bro. They're not, and they're diluting
Yeah.
these little youngsters' heads, brothers, and we're losing a lot of them.
That's another. That's another avenue into the hip hop game. That, but
I just don't want to lose that
yeah.
Latin
So
hip
when
hop
you
feel,
say
you know, that Latin that
exactly,
what we were so proud of and fighting for, you know, we were fighting for that.
uh-huh, because we have our own sound, you know what I mean, and the new sound is not ours, you
No,
know what I
it
mean, it's
really
something
isn't
else.
ours.
But when you say that Familia Entertainment, so you're developing skill like the artists, new artists, and developing them and helping them with just networking and just
Well,
marketing their
yeah,
music or
everything you could think of. Like, let's just say there's an artist that has like a small fan base where he's from, and then I went and visited. Like, I've gone to places and I've seen artists, and I'm like, yo, man, I like what you do. I think you need to get out of this little circle you're in and get
oh okay,
over here. Let me produce something for you. Because a lot of the kids, what they
oh
don't
okay,
have is they don't have quality studios. They don't have quality mixes. They don't have
mm,
quality things that people are looking for, especially when you're gonna go try to get a deal. You're gonna try to do the next move to get to the next level. There's certain criteria you have to have, and your music has to sound like that. And a lot of these youngsters, they just go get a beat from YouTube and then put their verses on and then think it's theirs, and
that's
then they
true,
don't
bro.
know that that's not even theirs. They're like, "Well, I wrote the song," but what you don't understand is you don't have ownership. So I teach them
Hmm.
ownership. I teach them,
That's cool.
um, developing, meaning like maybe you're missing the production, maybe you're missing that sound. So okay, let me fuck with you. Come on, come over here. I'm gonna teach you a few things. Put a song out. We'll go from there. If it does good, then we'll talk
That's
about
what's up.
maybe doing an album. So it's just helping artists, but at the same time keeping the sound out there. You know what I mean? So this compilation that we're working on has 16 songs on it. All of them are different. Every
Mm.
song is different.
Oh, that's
Um,
what's up.
and featuring a few artists. And it was funny because we invited a few people on board. Um, and it was funny because when we first started, they were like in a sense competing against us. Like it was weird because like
Oh,
we had this one kid and he was like, "Well, you guys don't even got a Facebook page yet, and I don't see your guys's, I don't see your guys's your guys's YouTube plays that much and this and that." And, like he was just going off of
so
that, yeah,
critiquing
just really
everything.
often, and I was just like, bro, we're just starting like out. We haven't even like we're just starting. This is like let it start first. First video we put out, we got 70,000 plays in what a month and a half. So
Mm.
so to me that's a big accomplishment when we didn't even we just put it out. We just put the video out and let everybody just jump on it and they did.
Yeah.
But I think it's because it fills the void. It fills the void of the NB Riders, man. There's not going to be I mean, I can't say there's not
Mm.
going to be, but I mean, at this moment, there's not an NB Riders album. So let me get what sounds the closest, and I'm gonna go ahead and supply
Mm.
that. You know,
That's
I
what's
make all
up,
these
man.
artists sound close to what we were doing. You know what I mean? Even if
Hmm.
it's a girl track, especially, bro. Like, I got you know some people on board that are just up and coming artists, brother, that you're gonna be like, wow, I can see I can see the next writer generation developing.
Mm. So now anyone can just submit, or just ask like, okay, can I like get some help, or is it just like who can submit their music and
Well,
see if you can give
anybody
them
can
some pointers or
submit
whatnot?
music. The thing is it's kind of like a luck of the draw type of thing because it's like I told you, I got to feel the vibe. I've had a few people that
Yeah.
I've reached out to and literally brought them to my house, sat down with them, told them exactly what the plan was, and then all of a sudden they just wouldn't come for studio time or just didn't seem hungry.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's what bothered me was like, bro, like your opportunity is right here, like literally, but some people just think that, think that they can get it somewhere else, or they scatter themselves too much. What I don't like to see is, I don't like to see an artist that's thirsty. And when I say thirsty, I mean like they'll do anything to get on, and I don't like
Oh, okay.
like they'll go to any camp and try to get in with their camp, or get in anybody's video just to get exposed. Like, that's
Hmm.
nah,
Yeah.
nah. Now you're looking for that, and then people,
Desperate.
yeah,
That's
that's desperate.
desperateness. Yeah.
And that's the thing that I
Yeah.
started
It is.
watching when with some of these artists that I was trying to invite into the camp, was a little bit of thirstiness. Was like, oh man, you're jumping on everybody's shit. Like, I don't need that. I'm good.
Yeah.
Because who knows?
Yeah.
Who
That's
knows
what's
what you're
up,
gonna
man.
take over there, and I'm giving you a formula or a recipe, and I ain't trying to have you
Yeah.
share it over there. You know what I mean?
I get you. I get you. Yeah, bro. I mean, as for your children, bro, like, how has that been? You know what I mean? I mean, you being a legend, bro, like your music is just, it's been everywhere, bro. And then like a lot of people know of you and of the group. And how has everything been having children?
Um. Well, I'll be honest, man. Like my daughter. I have three daughters and I have a son. My daughter Deja, she's my oldest. She was the first person to show me, like when I had her, was like, okay, now you're not alone in this world. But it didn't slow me down. I think I just got, it just made me realize something. And then I had my second and my third daughter, and it kind of made me look at life a little different, bro. Because I had daughters. Now I
Hmm.
can't just be out there. So I
Yeah.
always watched what I said on my records. And I guess that's why we kept it classy all the time. Um,
Hmm.
but then when I had my son, now he's 5, so like there was that big gap. I I think
Hmm.
it was just a, a reflection of life and wanting to relive it, and maybe not make the same mistakes. And I
Okay.
I just remember praying for, a second chance in a sense. And then my son was born, so it kind of felt like
Oh, okay.
he was the next better me. You know what I mean? He's not gonna make the same mistakes I made.
Hmm.
He's gonna be better. Um, and I think what I've taught my kids is anything is possible. Like, look at what your dad did. Your dad went from being, from crack rock to hip hop, like, just overnight. And I told my kids my story. There's not one of them that doesn't understand that where his dad. I don't hide my real life from my kids. I don't sugarcoat it. I told them that I was addicted. I told them that I went through things. I told them a lot of crazy stories, but they respect it enough to say, you know what, my dad um, has that good reputation. Because that's what I always told them. I was like, I'm setting it for you guys. Every step that I make in this world, you're gonna have to take after me. So when you meet those people that saw me take those steps, I want them to say one thing to you, and that's that your dad was a good man, so that you can have that step and be able to move forward in your life
Hmm.
instead of me fucking up their legacy. And, oh, your dad was a piece of
Hmm.
shit, your dad was a dick, or your dad treated people like shit, or he was burning everybody, or your dad, he was a hoe, or whatever it be. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to do that
Hmm.
to my kids.
That's
My
what's up,
legacy, you know
bro.
what I
That's
mean?
super respectable, bro. That's super respectable, bro. A lot of people don't think that far ahead in life. People just like think about how can I gain something right now. Don't give a fuck how I do it, just as long as I get it right now. And that's how people are going at it right
Now,
now, bro.
especially
You know what I
now.
mean? Yeah, especially now. People are burning bridges left to right, not really caring about tomorrow. It's just like, it's not promised, I guess you could say,
No.
but I mean, what is promised is how we're going to leave our, like you said, our legacy.
Because what I've learned is
You leave it off
yeah,
like
your
that. You know what I mean?
reputation walks in the room before you do, brother. Remember that always in life.
Oh, that's a good one,
Because
bro.
it's true. Like you. Okay,
Yeah.
look, you've never met me. You don't know me. You don't never met
Hmm.
me. But what did you hear from whoever has met me? or you get what I'm
Mm.
saying? So my reputation,
Nothing bad,
so my
bro. Nothing
reputation
bad. Yep.
walked in before I even met you. So that means that
Mm-hmm.
I have to keep that, brother, because what if you would have interviewed me and I would have been on some diva shit, and then you would have been like, oh, see, that guy's reputation ain't what I heard. Then what happens is like it gets cut off from right here and never grows. See, because your career is like the
Mm.
tree, bro. The more you water it, and the more you
Yeah.
take care of it and nurture it, the branches spread. Now I got you forever, brother.
Uh-huh.
So next time I have an artist that's coming through, be like, yo, dog, check it out, hip hop podcast. I got this artist I want to interview. Boom, another avenue for both of you
Ooh,
guys. You get-
that's what's up. That's what's up. But that's true, bro. It's like a root, you know what I mean? It depends on how you water it. You water it, you know what I mean? Crooked is gonna grow crooked.
Yes,
You know what I mean? You plant it crooked, it's gonna grow
yes,
crooked.
yes,
Like
yes.
it depends on how you raise that or how you plant that seed in your
Man, and I
head.
planted some seeds, bro. I'm telling you, I planted some seeds in my life, and they're all blooming, all at this moment. It's so crazy, bro. It's I didn't understand that I was dropping seeds though. That's the thing. Like when I was doing my
Mm.
solo career after the